What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time here, please do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I need all of your help to get there. We'd like to see if we can get there before the end of the year, but like I said, I need your help to get there. Now, today we're going to be talking about an upcoming shoe release, and that's the Yeezy 700 V3 in the clay brown colorway. Now, Adidas announced a couple days ago, I believe, that, well, the official announcement, they tweeted out that it is indeed releasing on December 21st, which is Monday, on the Adidas Confirmed app in the US and the Adidas app in select countries. So just wanted to talk about that. It is currently on the Adidas Confirmed app. Like I said, I've already registered for that, so hopefully I'll be able to pick those up. They mentioned in select countries for the Adidas app. I'm not sure what countries yet, but if you are outside of the US, please check your Adidas app right now and see if it's available there so you can go ahead and register for that if you're looking to pick these shoes up. So it's also releasing on Yeezy Supply. So you got your two usual spots, Adidas and Yeezy Supply. Like I said, it will release on December 21st, Monday on Yeezy Supply, and I believe around the same time as the usual releases, which are 9 a.m. Just a couple tips. Don't wait until exactly 9 o'clock. I mean, I've done it before and I've hit on shoes, but usually I like to get up and be there at least by 8:45, 8:50 to be in the line because they'll start the queue, and then at 9 o'clock, usually the sale will start. A couple things that you might want to do. Please have all your payment information already saved in your browser or whatever device you're using, so you don't have to sit there and type out everything, so you'll be able to hopefully get through and check out quicker. So that's the two places there. Now this release is a little bit different than what you may have gotten used to the past couple 350 releases. I don't recall a 700 V3 releasing on the foot sites. I could be wrong, but typically it's Adidas and Yeezy Supply, and there's some overseas shops that have them. But maybe it's just slipping my mind. Let me know, comment down below if there's been a Yeezy 700 V3 that released on the foot apps, but this one, I don't see them up there, so there's that. And like I just alluded to, don't forget about the sites or your shops overseas. I've already registered for this shoe on SNS or Sneakers and stuff, so it is available there. So go get that app and register for the raffle, and hopefully you'll have some luck and be able to pick them up. They're also on In Clothing and A Few. Now those are the three that I always check out just to make sure, because I've had luck with them in the past. I think they're available on BSTN as well. I'll have to double check that. But I know they're available for a fact on SNS and In Clothing right now, so go ahead and check those out. So that's the main places that they're gonna release. I just want to give you that quick information. Now, let's talk about the shoe. I have here, no, this is not the clay brown. This is the 700 V3 Alva. As you can see, this is the all black shoe, and you've got those gray stripes there. Now, taking a look at the Alva, the lateral side of the shoe, you can actually see some of the differences there. They are very subtle, but they're there. You've got that kind of, the black upper is where like the neoprene booty construction is around your foot. That's obviously black, you can see that there. And then you've got that kind of black or kind of smoke looking cage on the side. And where the clay brown comes into play is on the stripes on the side of the shoe. Where on the Alva, you have that kind of gray. On the clay brown, you have a very, very light brown color on the stripes. So that's, I know a lot of people are saying that they look pretty much just like the Alvas, and they're correct. They do look a lot like the Alvas. But you know how Adidas and Yeezy brand do. They'll make slight color variations and then put the shoe out. One other thing, taking a look at the actual midsole of the clay brown, this is where you can start to see the differences in this shoe and the Alva. So on the clay brown, to me, it obviously looks like a very, very, very dark chocolate or like mocha midsole. It's so dark that it almost looks black, but you could tell that it's slightly brown in my opinion. And that's where the shoe really differs. Moving around to the actual toe box of the shoe, it looks a lot like the actual Alva in my opinion, because you got that that black rubberized part or V shape right there on the actual toe box, which is present on all of the 700s. But on the V3, it's actually in that kind of rubberized material right there. And then the lateral side of the shoe on the clay brown is the same thing, just more of the clay brown stripes that you have up there. And that's pretty much about it. Now, let's take a look at the actual outsole of the clay brown. That's another spot where, in my opinion, you can really see the difference in color between the clay brown and the Alva. Now, maybe it's because of the contrast of the outsole, but on the clay brown, you have that very light brown gum outsole, right? But if you look closely, you can see the difference in brown because the actual outsole of the shoe, that chocolate dark mocha brown color that I was just talking about on the midsole, you can really see the difference in that and that gum bottom on the clay brown. So that's where it becomes a little more apparent that the color is actually a brown and doesn't look like the black that you see on the actual 700 V3 Alvas. One thing I do like about this shoe, and I know it's kind of a minor thing because no one will really see it, where you have the yellow on the foam that's yellow on the actual Alvas, on the clay brown, it's just kind of like navy blue looking color. And I really like that. Like, blue is one of my favorite colors. And I just think it looks good on this shoe. But like I said, you won't be able to really see it like that. So it's just one of them things that I just thought I would call out. Yeah, so that's the shoe. I mean, admittedly, it does look a lot like the Alva, but I'm gonna go for it. As far as if you've never owned a 700 V3 and you're curious about the comfort and the sizing, I'm gonna go over that here in just a second. Just wanna give you a couple looks at the shoe just so you can get some idea of what you may be getting. I know this is not the clay brown, I'm aware, but pretty much the same thing. Now, as far as the comfort on the 700 V3, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I have heard people say, oh, the 700 V3 is so comfortable. It's not. It's not. Now, I think sometimes people they can get into the hype of something sometimes. And because it's an Adidas shoe or a Yeezy shoe, that they're all comfortable. This shoe is not comfortable. It pales in comparison to the 700 350, the Yeezy 350s and the 380s, for example. And honestly, the 700 V1 and this is the least comfortable Yeezy shoe. I'll just put it that way, in my opinion. I would even argue that the power phases are more comfortable because of the materials they use and just how it fits over your foot. The reason I say that, this is not a bad shoe. Is it comfortable? Sure. But is it like other shoes? Are there way more comfortable shoes out there from other brands? You better believe it. And I think that's because of this foam they use. And honestly, it's this hard midsole. I'm telling y'all right now, this feels like concrete. And I'm not joking. It is super stiff, and I think that's really what it is. Comfort. That's the comfort of the shoe. Also, and that kind of leads me into sizing, because depending on the size you grab can also have an effect on the comfort you would get from a shoe, which is why this one is so hard to figure out. Now, I'll use myself for an example. I wear a 9.5 in most shoes. I bought the very first one in a 9.5. Super tight. I'm talking to the point my toe is at the end of the shoe. I'm talking about where if there are some shoes by my, that I'm gonna grab for the day to wear, I'll look at those so hard and I'm like, no, not today. They're that bad. So I got another pair, I think the 700 V3 Sapphires in a 10, and they fit pretty good. Actually, no, I picked those up in a 10.5. But I have the white that has the blue on the side, the Azurus, yeah, those. I have those in a size 10. Those fit a little better. So then I picked the 700 V3 Sapphires up in a 10.5, like I just mentioned, and those fit the best. So I went up a full size in this shoe, and that is the best fit. Now you will get just a slight bit of heel slippage, but your toes will thank you later. I'm telling you the truth. If you pick this shoe up in a true to size fit, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna come back to this video like, Robert, man, I should have listened to you. And I'm like, I tried to tell you. Do not get this shoe in a true to size. It is narrow as narrow can get. Yeah, so that's that. That's sizing and comfort. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below and let me know, are you going for the Yeezy 700 V3 Clay Brown? How do you feel about the 700 V3 model? Is it something that you're really looking forward to? I mean, personally, I like the shoe, but when it comes to all the different Yeezy models, I just feel like, for me, I'm gonna go for the Clay Brown, but it's one of those shoes that, like, I'll try for it. But if I don't get it, I won't lose any sleep over it. And that's kind of crazy, because when I first saw the very first colorway of the 700 V3, I was like, man, that looks nice, I gotta have it. But now, I mean, they've only released a few colorways, and I'm already kind of like, whatever. And I think that has a lot to do with the fit of the shoe and the comfort, which is not there, like I mentioned. But yeah, comment down below and let me know what you guys think. I thank each and every one of you for watching. Good luck on picking the Clay Browns up if you're going for them. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.